As a mage, you should focus on studying spells, yet you put all your attribute points into health. Other players laugh at you, calling you a fool, but they don't know you have the SSS talent that lets you steal skills from every monster you kill. So you decide to stay in the novice village, grinding the Hedgehog King tirelessly. Each hedgehog you kill increases your reflected damage by 1%. Just as you kill a hedgehog and raise your reflected damage to 100%, a series of notifications flood in. You've caused the extinction of the species by killing 1,000 Hedgehog Kings. This has triggered the anger of the dungeon's Hedgehog Demon King. The dungeon boss battle against the Hedgehog Demon King is now active, but one of you must take on this unique challenge. This challenge is recommended for players above level 15. Please think carefully. The timer starts now. With years of gaming experience, you know, your skills in high school have become more diverse, so you accept the challenge without hesitation. You then transform into a beam of light and teleport to another space. Before you appears the Hedgehog Demon King. Monster name: Hedgehog Demon King. Level: unknown. Health points: 250 equals unknown. Magic defense. Attack power: 130. When you see various attributes, you realize this is far beyond your level to handle, but you don't feel discouraged. With only 130 attack power against nearly 1000 health, it still seems manageable. As you step into the attack zone of the Hedgehog Demon King, the Hedgehog Demon King rolls into a ball and charges at you. 2 damage notifications of -100 appear above you. You quickly cast a minor healing spell on yourself. You didn't expect the Hedgehog Demon King's attack to be so sudden. You were caught off guard. However, a big -200 appears above the Hedgehog Demon King. The Hedgehog Demon King, originally with only 250 health, suddenly loses health. Seeing this, you exclaim that the reflected damage is effective. The reflected damage is actually real damage. The low health Hedgehog King chooses a defensive stance, then slowly counterattack. You dare not move and become cautious. You can only take a few cautious steps back. When you look back at the Hedgehog Demon King, you notice its attributes have changed. Monster name: Raging Hedgehog Demon King. Level: unknown. Max health: unknown. Defense: unknown. Magic defense: unknown. Attack power: the level 200 boss, now upgraded, roars fiercely and charges at you. Instantly, 3 red numbers appear, and in that moment, you quickly cast a minor healing spell along with a health potion, restoring 200 health points. But the resistance lasts only 10 seconds, plus the 120 health from the minor healing spell. That totals to 320 health restored. This won't do. You quickly calculate that tanking might lead to problems. You need to find opportunities to heal effectively. But the now enraged Hedgehog Demon King continues to attack, even after reflecting 600 damage. It chooses to keep attacking. After pulling for 3 rounds, the Hedgehog Demon King visibly hesitates. This likely means the Hedgehog Demon King's health is below 50%. You sigh, realizing the opportunity. If you can hold on for just 10 more seconds, 1 more round, you can force through these 3 rounds of attacks. The Hedgehog Demon King seems to sense your predicament. It gives you no chance. It charges at you once more, but this time, you accurately dodge behind a rock. The Hedgehog Demon King crashes into the rock. This gives you a precious few seconds. You're in the clear now. You feel a surge of joy. If your judgment is correct, as long as you time your healing well, you can endure all those attacks. Then you can successfully defeat the Hedgehog Demon King. The Hedgehog Demon King, now enraged, no longer evades. It accumulates a total of 11,800 damage. The Hedgehog Demon King collapses. You successfully kill the level 18 elite Raging Hedgehog Demon King. Your level rises to 10, gaining the prickly set, with an additional 13% bonus. 10 out of 10 gives a 15% bonus. You gain a 30% reflected damage bonus. You quickly swap your life set for the Hedgehog set you've been eyeing. However, after equipping the Hedgehog set, you feel a bit overwhelmed. Your physical reflection damage has now reached 130%. Combined with your current health bonuses, even ordinary Hedgehog warriors would fall first. You notice a new feature next to your reflected damage. Reflected damage has increased by 1 level. When reflected damage triggers, it deals 50% area damage within a 1 meter radius. Seeing this, you almost jump for joy. This skill is incredible. It's like a monster farming artifact. With your current health and reflected damage, you could clear the entire low-level dungeon just by standing still. As you dream of the future, you receive a message from the war god, Xingtian. Brother Qinfeng, how did you reach level 10? You hesitate for a moment. Should you reveal your new abilities? But recalling Xingtian's advice, it's all good. He has shared a lot of new knowledge with you. He also tells you that reaching level 10 grants a 5% permanent attribute bonus. You decide to tell Xingtian about unlocking the mysterious dungeon. Xingtian's quick reply shows his excitement. He is quite thrilled. He even types several words incorrectly, but he doesn't ask for details. He arranges to meet you at the novice village entrance. About 20 minutes later, they arrive at the designated spot. Their gear is far superior to that of new players. The usually aloof Ing Sha looks quite strange, looking at the full hedgehog gear. Xing Tian, on the other hand, is very serious. Brother Chinfeng, you got that gear from this mysterious dungeon. That's right, but this is a unique dungeon. That's because I killed all the hedgehog worms. Then it triggered the mysterious dungeon. I see. Xing Tian suddenly understood. Our guild has encountered similar situations before. It was when we were attacking the magic bats. We suspected it was a genocide-themed mysterious dungeon. Then he sheepishly scratched his head. This mysterious dungeon only allows 5 people. As a result, all 5 of us were wiped out. That was our only time dying. Upon hearing this, Sha snorted. It was quite unpleasant for Xing Tian to be so bluntly exposed. However, he was also quite surprised. You actually took down a boss with all question mark attributes by yourself. So he moved his mouth. His aloof nature held him back. He pulled down his pride to ask. You just coughed. He gestured towards Xing Tian with his eyes. Seeing this, Xing Tian laughed heartily. Brother Chinfeng, my brother in stealth has probably beaten you by 10 levels. Quite curious. You thought for a moment, because you didn't want to reveal your talents. So you just vaguely said, it's related to my talent. After hearing that it was related to your talent, Xing Tian and Sha exchanged glances. They saw the surprise in each other's eyes. Xing Tian didn't press further. Because in this game, asking about talents is taboo. Every player who reveals their talent attracts strategy masters. Players are designed to counter their talents. So far, no talent has been revealed without being countered. After chatting for a while, at Xing Tian's strong request, Sha also added you as a friend. Then Xing Tian expressed his gratitude. Thanks for the intel, Brother Chinfeng. This is the location of the Magic Frog Dungeon. It's better to tackle this dungeon before leaving the novice village. There will be useful places later on. Xing Tian's expression was both mysterious and serious. Then you prepared to head to the frog dungeon. After you left, Xing Tian began sending messages in his guild. The news of discovering a talent with an F rating or higher drew attention. It instantly attracted a lot of attention. Even the recruitment officer said they would start recruiting as soon as it was confirmed. You were completely unaware of this. At this moment, you had already arrived at the Magic Frog Dungeon, so you were about to check the information panel. The next second, the Magic Frog used a skill, and it didn't trigger your reflect damage. That's when you remembered that your reflect damage only works against physical attacks. Without the reflect damage, you definitely couldn't breeze through the dungeon like before. That's when you finally saw the stats of the magic frog. But after reading the details, your heart began to sink, because the magic frog was too targeted against you now. Currently, aside from reflect damage, your only attack is a fireball doing 70 magic damage. According to the magic defense formula, you can only deal 20 HP damage to the magic frog. You would need to cast the fireball 20 times to kill one magic frog. Fortunately, your HP and magic defense are both high, so the magic frog's attacks didn't hurt you at all. A few minutes later, you finally wore down the magic frog, which only had 400 HP. Then your talent attribute plunder began to activate. Congratulations on killing the magic frog. You chose to plunder the attributes of this monster. Selectable attribute 1. Increase magic points by 1. Selectable attribute 2. Magic recovery speed increases by 1%. Selectable attribute 3. Jump increases by 1%. After considering, you chose the jump. Because Xing Tian mentioned before, having jump attributes can help complete the growth weapon quest. The growth weapon is the ultimate gear that will never expire in the game. Since you've chosen the attribute, you began your long journey of grinding monsters. Since this time the magic frog couldn't trigger reflect damage, so compared to before, this time, you grinded for a full 8 hours to max out the jump attribute to 100%. And this magic frog made you realize the harsh reality. You still need powerful skills. Every player can only learn 2 skills before level 10. After level 10, you need to buy random skill books in the main city. But as soon as you arrived in the main city, you received a message from Xing Tian. Brother Chinfeng, you've finally come to the main city. We're all at level 12 now. You better hurry up. Otherwise, you won't catch the first transition. You saw Xing Tian's message. You felt a stir in your heart. Do you have any random skill books? Yes, I do. Let's meet at the West City Tavern. Just arrived at the West City Tavern. You heard a hearty voice. Brother Chinfeng, long time no see. Thanks to you, we cleared the mysterious dungeon you went through. We fought in the Lizard Warriors gathering place. They're monsters between level 15 and 20. It created a genocide quest that required many players to gather. To fight that lizard warrior boss, you'd probably need to be over level 25. We tried a swarm tactic, but it didn't work. Upon hearing this from Xing Tian, the dozens of players brought in all lowered their heads. They were all players from the Super God Academy. Each one had participated in this operation with high spirits, yet they were successfully taught a lesson. After all, Xing Tian repeatedly warned, this genocide mission was extraordinary. So Xing Tian took a full 19 players into this dungeon. They had reached the maximum limit for the dungeon. As a result, they were all wiped out. Just getting a group of people to reach the lizard warrior was already difficult. That alone was quite a challenge. Because the lizard warrior is not the only boss. He has 4 elite lizard warriors by his side. Each monster has different attributes. Some wield longbows and are fire-imbued warriors. Some wield spears and can unleash lightning power. Plus, there's a dual-wielding lizard warrior. Only Xing Tian lasted the longest, but he still suffered a total wipe. You were secretly shocked after hearing Xing Tian's description, but you also gained quite a bit of intel. Then, Xing Tian took out 3 random skill books. Brother Chen Feng, the market price is 1,000 gold coins each. If you're willing to be our guild's mage consultant, we'll give them all to you. Of course, there will also be monthly stipends and salaries. They're among the highest in the industry. Xing Tian made up his mind. He could no longer wait for the Super God Academy's orders. It's hard to come by an opportunity to recruit a skilled player. No way. I disagree. At that moment, a young man dressed similarly to Ying Sha walked over and looked at you, with a face full of disdain. Why should an ordinary mage serve as our mage consultant? Although the mage division has become weaker, that doesn't mean we should let non-Super God Academy players dominate. Brother Chen Feng, don't take offense. This kid's idol is Ying Sha. Ying Sha previously managed the mage division. Now he's become an adult. So, you know you're taking their spot. Damn, how many mages are left in this division? Among your players, some are priests and summoners. As for mages, there are hardly any left. What's terrifying is that half are warriors like Xing Tian. It looks like some are planning to switch to berserkers. Berserkers are the hottest class in the forums. A warrior that can deal damage, tank, and leech health is top tier. So it's common to see teams of 5 warriors wipe the floor with Xing Tian, who awkwardly scratches his head. Our guild of over 1,000 players has fewer than 10 mages left. The current class distribution is unbalanced. Plus, Ying Sha's departure, the mage division is nearly abandoned. But just as Xing Tian was ready to be rejected, are we going to sign contracts or something? Upon hearing this, Xing Tian was somewhat shocked. Are you willing to be our mage consultant? Before you could respond, standing nearby, Shuizhi Tong said fiercely, President, I want a duel with Chen Feng. You weren't surprised by Shuizhi Tong's challenge, so you readily accepted. The people around looked on in shock. Because you're a mage, and Shuizhi Tong is an assassin with a golden weapon. No matter how you look at it, you were bound to lose. Even Shuizhi Tong didn't expect you to agree. His tone questioned your identity as a mage. You understood without needing to say much. You directly said, let's get started. Xing Tian had no choice but to take out a token. For a duel, we need to enter this room. After entering the room, Shuizhi Tong pulled out a dagger specifically for duels. Although Shuizhi Tong's talent is A rank, it's a rare growth talent. With this talent, he successfully ranked 10th on the guild leaderboard, so he's confident in facing you, a weaker mage. He is very confident. So at the moment the countdown ended, he instantly activated his shadow movement. As an assassin, he knows well, as long as he can avoid key skills, he can easily take down a mage. So he was watching your movements carefully while dodging, but after a few seconds passed, he noticed something was off, because you were standing still without moving. But soon, a victorious smile appeared on Shuizhi Tong's face. He naturally assumed you had given up the match. So the next moment, he flashed behind you. He thrust his dagger down successfully. The next moment, a blood-red number appeared, -1116. Shuizhi Tong instantly turned into a white light. He vanished from the duel arena. Then Shuizhi Tong appeared in the main city, looking bewildered. He clearly remembered that deadly strike hitting your body. How did he get declared the loser? The other players from the Super God Guild looked shocked. They rushed forward to ask what happened. But Shuizhi Tong looked confused. He desperately wanted to know what had happened. So when you were teleported out of the duel arena, the players from the Super God Guild looked at you in astonishment. Shuizhi Tong had previously been a level 5 duelist. This time, he lost to a mage who just reached level 10. Seeing you come out of the duel arena, Shuizhi Tong looked as if he had been pumped up. Hongzhuo also asked, did you even take any damage? It did hit me. The damage was determined to be 1116, and Shuizhi Tong felt shocked. What a joke. You weren't even killed by 1116 damage. As soon as those words were spoken, it caused an instant uproar. Xing Tian frowned deeply in thought. It seems the earlier assessment was underestimated. A level 12 warrior has only 1200 base HP. Yet your mage has even more HP than a warrior. Such an unusual phenomenon made Xing Tian feel it was the right choice to recruit you. So Xing Tian approached you. He said somewhat embarrassed. Brother Chen Feng, here are 3 random skill books for you. Once you finish learning the skills, you'll need to come to our guild to meet the mages. Then you can join a chat group and move freely. You were quite willing to do so, because you'll earn 10 diamonds as salary each month. Now you won't have to conserve potions anymore, as you reveled in the thought of spending freely. Shuizhi Tong walked up to you. He agreed to the guild's power ranking changes. Then, with a serious look, he said, next time, I'll take that rank back. Then you saw in the message bar, Congratulations, player Chen Feng, for successfully ranking 10th in the Super God Guild's Power Leaderboard. Please check the corresponding leaderboard. Then Chen's guild ranked 10th. You received a reward of 2,000 gold coins. You were stunned by the situation. So there are so many benefits to ranking. So you patted Xing Tian on the shoulder. Can't I view the entire guild's power rankings? Upon hearing this, Xing Tian slapped his forehead. He granted you viewing permissions. But then you became unsettled. Because all those famous IDs you saw in the forums belonged to the Super God Guild. Even the hottest player online, Yi Jian Chuanho, is from their guild. The scariest part is that Yi Jian Chuanho is only ranked 3rd in their guild. Based on what you know online, Yi Jian Chuanho's strength is known to be top tier among all players. Indeed, there's always a taller mountain. There might be many powerful players hidden in other guilds. Seeing the eagerness of other players for the rankings, did they not have permission to view the leaderboard? You immediately realized. You looked at Xing Tian. Xing Tian sheepishly scratched his head. Brother Chen Feng, I hope you can at least keep the top 5 secrets. Seeing how generous Xing Tian was to you, you nodded earnestly in response. Then you went to the Magic Academy to learn skills. The Archmage sensed someone approaching from behind. The Archmage turned around, leaning on his staff. Adventurer, how did you get behind me? You pointed to the box at the door, indicating you jumped down from the box. Upon hearing this, the Archmage's eyes sparkled with intense interest, because he had set up an intelligence test at the door. Yet you bypassed it and came right in. This means you might be the legendary player with max intelligence. So he casually picked up his wand. He softly muttered. Then 7 magic skill books appeared before you. Adventurer, choose your skills. Select the skills you like. You looked at the skill books floating in the air. Each skill book had a detailed explanation underneath. When the skill Explosive Heavenly Heart is released, it has a 50% chance to deal double damage. Magic Chant Acceleration increases chant speed by 30%. Ice Spike deals 60 magic damage. It has a penetration effect. The more you looked, the more you frowned. They're all skills that increase magic damage. This doesn't fit your initial development path. The Archmage noticed your dissatisfied expression. He gritted his teeth and said, Adventurer, your intelligence talent is quite remarkable. I can upgrade one skill to level 2 for free. You were momentarily stunned. I'm not unsatisfied with the skill levels. Then why are you hesitating? You shook your head and sighed. Master, it's not that I'm hesitating. It's just that there are no suitable skills for me. You took out the 3 random magic skill books in your hand. Can you randomly generate skills beyond these 7 magic books? Upon hearing this, the Archmage's expression darkened. His eyes were filled with disbelief. The skill Magic Explosion Star increases in effectiveness as you progress. It's a technique every mage desires. You clearly see that the first skill is Magic Explosion Star. The Archmage tried to control his trembling voice. You nodded to indicate you knew of this skill, but this skill isn't very effective for you right now. You must match skills according to your talents. So you explained as simply as possible to the Archmage. Master, have you ever seen a skill that can convert HP and MP? Upon hearing this, the Archmage trembled. His wand nearly fell from his hands. Be careful with your words, adventurer. Do you know this is a technique? However, given your max intelligence, I can't guarantee it will succeed. However, there is a 50% chance to randomly obtain HP-MP conversion. Do you want to give it a try? Upon hearing this, you nodded without hesitation. Even if it's only a 10% chance, you still want to give it a shot. Then, you saw the Archmage hold his breath and concentrate. He needed to change the outcome at the moment the random skill book was opened. He would use his magical fluctuations to alter the result of the random skill book. After a few minutes, only a magic barrier skill was revealed. He looked at you apologetically. I'm sorry for wasting one of your skill energies, but you looked at this skill excitedly. Skill name, Magic Barrier. The skill can absorb damage equal to 20% of your HP and 20% of your MP once. Cooldown time, 30 seconds. Leveling up reduces the cooldown accordingly. You can add extra skills to increase the maximum damage absorption of the magic barrier. Before each activation, you can choose to absorb either magic damage or physical damage. Change the type of damage absorbed on activation. Previously, you could only block physical damage. Now you can also defend against magical attacks. The Archmage watched you as you remained silent. He thought you were dissatisfied with this result, so his eyes were filled with sympathy. I'm sorry, adventurer. This time, it's my national teacher. You must accept this item. Saying this, he took his ring off his hand. Congratulations, you've activated the Archmage's goodwill. Do you accept the Archmage's magic ring? Upon seeing this, you quickly chose to accept. Item name, Magic Ring. Item grade, Silver. Item description. This comes from the legacy of Archmage number 1111. It will have unexpected effects. Item effect description. 10% increase in maximum magic points. Provides 2 points of magic recovery per second. Can still recover during combat. After learning the skills, you replied to Xing Tian. According to the agreement, you need to greet the other mages in the Super God Guild first. When you arrived in the meeting room, it was already filled with people. These are all the members of the mage division. But Xing Tian was introducing a strong-looking player. He said this about a player nearly 2 meters tall. Brother Chen Feng, you can team up to level up together. He joined the game a few few days before you. He is now level 11 because of his talent, so his leveling is slower, but he can offer you some help, Brother Chen Feng. Upon hearing this, you looked at this tall, muscular man. You were curious why a muscular man would choose the mage class. Hello, I am Tu Si Fong. Can we level up together? My talent is the magic source rod. It can restore magic points to teammates. You saw Tu Si Fong reveal his talent, and you accepted his party invitation. Then you took Tu Si Fong to the territory of the jumping monkey. Seeing this, Tu Si Fong said seriously, this jumping monkey is level 15, and their physical attacks are very high. If you're not careful, you could be one-shot. You activated the magic barrier immediately, and included Tu Si Fong in it as well. As you ventured deeper, you saw jumping monkeys moving swiftly among the trees. Jumping monkey physical attack, 312 magic attack, 0 HP, 1899 magic points. Skill position introduction, 120. These social monkeys are very agile. Suddenly, a jumping monkey leaped at you, claws bared. Although it appeared suddenly, the attack was blocked by the barrier, and Tu Si Fong was secretly startled. He knew very well the damage the jumping monkey could do. He didn't expect your barrier could absorb such high damage. They are very likely to launch a strong attack. Should we block their attacks? You waved your hand. You directly rejected Tu Si Fong's suggestion. Just stay behind me. If danger arises, just stick close to me. I have a magic explosion skill. You didn't reveal your skills, so you casually made up a skill. Tu Si Fong nodded heavily. He completely believed you had the magic explosion skill, because you had been open with him about your duel. At this moment, you were highly focused, because several jumping monkeys appeared before you. The jumping monkeys are extremely fast. You couldn't even see their movements clearly, but their attacks would quickly bounce back. You hurriedly cast your skill during a brief opening, but Tu Si Fong next to you was unclear about what your crit skill was like. But in an instant, you saw a jumping monkey scream in pain. You didn't give those monkeys a moment to breathe. You desperately drank your health potions. Then you ran to the maximum threat range. This way, the jumping monkeys wouldn't run away. Instead, they would attack mindlessly. You shouted to Tu Si Fong beside you. Little two, step into the red line quickly. Draw aggro. Tu Si Fong felt your strength. He followed your lead and charged forward. The jumping monkeys became frantic as their territory was invaded. They went wild. You rushed forward to take the hits. You quickly killed 3 jumping monkeys. You saw Tu Si Fong level up from 11 to 12. Your panel also popped up a message. Congratulations on killing a jumping monkey. You can plunder the following attributes. Selectable attribute 1. Critical hit rate increases by 1%. Selectable attribute 2. Critical damage +1. Optional attribute 3. Attack bonus 1%.